You alright everyone, Asa here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so everything becomes a little bit more clearer. Zoom out, that should be alright. Right, I'm not going to show you one of my own frames today. Well, it's my own creation now. So Wasp uniphoxx modified. Now I've cut the tops of the tips off to just below where the tube holes would be, so the tube holes is gone, and I've also cut off the TTF. Outer width now is 72mm, tips are 12mm, so not like one of them Chinese peg shooters really, which I've never shot. Done a little paracord wrap on it, on the handle, took the centre of the paracord out, and I'm going to put some of that shrink grip stuff, whatever it is, on the shoulders, just to make it that little bit more comfortable. We'll have a few shots. I have been shooting it alright the last half an hour, but guaranteeing I'm doing a video, I'll be useless. I actually find it a little bit more comfortable to hold than the stock uniphoxx. I'll tell you what else it does as well. Because you're holding it down lower than you'd hold the normal one, it kind of brings the pinky hole into play a lot easier. So if you want to use the pinky hole, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. I sometimes do, sometimes don't. But yeah, it's really nice. You can grip up really high on it as well. Obviously no good if you're a TTF shooter, but for OTT, it's really nice. Just clip that. Also, it's 72mm wide, so a lot of people would have to raise their anchor point shooting it, whereas I don't. I like a narrow frame. That was miles long. But yeah, it's really nice. It's my new favourite catapult to shoot at the minute. Really enjoying shooting it. I'm also shooting some apple green precise .45. Apple precise is very similar to the .45 pink Samiki I use. Obviously the apple is .4, Samiki's .45, but they shoot very similar. They put out very same speeds with the same tapers. Longevity is pretty much the same. They're just very similar bands to shoot. I favour the pink Samiki because I find it a bit smoother. You have to cut this 15mm longer for me. This is a 160 active to replicate the 145 Samiki active, so there's a bit of a difference there, but it shoots really well. I'm happy with it. The reason why I've made these band sets though is because I've got a lot of pink Samiki band sets made up which are designed for clips, so they come up a touch short really on a wrap and tuck frame. It's a nice band. Puts out plenty of power. More than enough power for targets, I know that. I'd kill with this quite easy. As you can see, this little frame works lovely. I love it when you modify something and it turns out really good. A bit low again. Where I've got no real solid reference point on it, I tend to let a lot of shots go too quick. Normally when I've got a reference point like an optic or something, I don't release until the optic's in the right place. I haven't really got this just yet. There's no optic on it, so like I say, I can release a little bit too quick sometimes, which normally means the shot drops because I go upwards. I've got a controlled movement that goes upwards, so obviously releasing too early means the shot's low. There you go, as you can see, that works really well for me, and I really enjoy shooting it. We'll zoom out and I'll show you the the alterations that. Yeah. Peg shooter Wasp. Really cool little frame. If you're capable of doing modifications, I'd give it a go, to be fair. It's only a £13.50 frame to start with. And yeah, you might like it, you never know. Cheers all, thanks for watching.